Alright, welcome back to the channel. Doing the mouse. Don't want to do the mouse, but doing the mouse because I told one of the subscribers, one of you subscribers, name on the top of my head eludes me. But I told one of you that I was going to do the mouse next. Being a person who tries to keep my word for things, that's what I'm doing. The only sad part is that the mouse, for whatever reason, Gaijin decided to bump it to 7.7, where it doesn't belong anyways. It was already tough enough at 6.7, since BMPs are at 7.3. But bumping this up to 7.7 is a terrible decision in itself. I don't know why they decided to, but they did. So in my lineup, I brought a Leopard. I have the Leopard 1 now, because it's also 7.7. They're the same thing. I actually used the Leopard 1 to help me unlock the mouse. So here we are, doing the mouse. I like the new garage with the new update. Didn't really care about the skybox all that much, but the new update's pretty nice. Because like you can see, I have the Leopard over there. Swap them, they swap positions, it's great. Kind of same thing with the aircraft. Nice little ambient dark mode today. Swap positions as usual. Navy has its own dockyard thing. Don't really care about that, honestly. Not a big fan of playing the boats anyways. I have a cup of tea today, as I pretty much drink tea just about every day. Mostly because tea keeps me alive. But, yeah, so we're going to do the mouse. It's developed and produced in 1945, if I remember correctly. Only 2 of them were built, one never got its turret in place. Only one was fully functional. And this has got to be the worst map for the mouse. Well, not the worst, but definitely not great. Now, as you can see, I also have pretty low ammo. And this heat round, which is pretty much garbage. I plan on going right here. But as you shall see, this thing does not turn very well. I've actually learned recently that holding L and using your keys actually helps with its turning. Which is always nice. Now, mind you, this is the second recording I'm doing of this because the first one, for whatever reason, my quality tanked. The crew for this vehicle, the gunner has maximum range finding and gunnery, or whatever that one's called. It's the one where it has less dispersion rate. The driver is also maxed on driving, so I'm only going 14-15 kilometers right now. Trying to turn this thing while it's driving forward, impossible. Quite impossible. As an example, you can kind of turn, but if you try to hold the turn, you're not turning. Because it'll eventually drop its speed and completely stall in its forward motion. So, worthless to turn this thing. Its acceleration is way too slow to dodge bombs.
Allied forces have captured a zone.
We're going to see if I get lucky enough to get a single kill in this match. Oh, there it is. The heavy snow is bogging me down because of the weight of the vehicle. Forgot to show all these things before starting this match. But yeah, pretty much the crew is maxed out in most of its stats, mostly the required stats, you know, the driving and reloading, the gunner's capacities, you know, all the things the gunner needs. But because this thing is at 7.7, pretty much everything at 7.7 can just about go through its front. even the RU-251, I believe it's called, from 6.7 Germany, it has a heat shell that can go through pretty much every front portion of this tank. Who do we have over here? Overshot that. Looks like he's getting swarmed. Yep. As you saw, I'm barely even out of our spawn.
Attention to the designated grid square.
Ooh, shooting at me. Should probably range that honestly. Side of him. Never did see the guy who was shooting at me. Missed the tree. That's one nice thing about using your secondary. Get rid of the trees.
Let's keep the pressure on. Victory is close.
Never mentioned it, but helicopters are also the bane of my existence. I missed that shot. Ooh. That was a good hit. There's ammo for that one. Can I see this guy? I can. Ooh. T95.
The victory will be ours.
Pardon you.
Attention to the map.
Sounds like a plane. At least the bomb's not for me. Oh, really? The track absorbed that? The track? That's annoying. Ugh, I really wish they would fix that. Volumetric shells now just get eaten up alive by damn tracks. Just gotta blow planes up. You can kind of be thankful that I'm not getting bombed.
Attention to the designated grid square.
Ooh. That was a really lucky pen.
A little more effort, and victory will be ours.
Oh, that tank's corpse disappear. Well, at least I'm not being bombed to death unlike last match. Oh, it's a fine cup of tea. You have much left? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4. 4 people still have tanks up. Someone headed to Charlie. Cool. At least I didn't explode. Too often do I explode in those matches. Somebody always wants to bomb the mouse. Not sure if it's a mini game or something, but somebody likes to do it, so. Well, at least I got the new heat shells, so I could be a little bit more efficient. A little. It's funny too, with how slow you saw that turret moving. I already have that horizontal drive too. It's just really bad. I'm gonna go ahead and get the smoke shells next. Might as well make use of the 75 for smoke as well. But yeah, that was the mouse today. Kind of surprised that I actually got a full battle in it for once. Normally it doesn't go like that, and if I had decided to use the other battle, which if I figure it out I might still do so. Is that the Beaglet again? Yeah, Beaglet Panzers. I do like that, having the vehicle that drives behind. It's dependent on the BR. Such a cool thing, honestly. Yeah. There's a funny thing. There's a lot of people who complain about the new graphics settings. Has really messed up how the game works. And it kind of made me laugh. So like, oh, I used to be getting 300 or 250 or 220 frames per second. Now I'm only getting like 190 or 160. I'm like, if you can see my little counter up here, I'd be lucky if I get past 60 frames. And if you watch that number carefully throughout the entire video, you'd see it. It drops once in a while. I don't get that 100 frames that everybody likes. My processor can't do it. There are a couple of games where that number will go higher. Same with this game. But not often. But, yep, that was the run for the mouse. I wish the garage was in daytime, honestly, at the moment, because it's a little bit dark for this. Can't see the mouse quite as much. Go ahead and show the armor here, but yeah, with the armor being as, it's, you know, it's heavy, it's thick, but the problem is, as an example, with this, go to rank 4, open this up, you have the RU-251, which a lot of people use. Set that range to 100 meters. This is the Hess shell, which is like the secondary, or I think it's the first shell that you get. But you can get the Heat FS. Well, the Heat FS goes through both cheek turrets, both cheeks of the turret, straight in, hits ammo, damages gun breach. Same thing this side. Goes in, hits this ammo right here, blows up the tank. Definitely takes out crew every time. It's not super likely to go through this upper plate here, depending on the angle and depending on where you shoot it. But it is possible to go through. So most people, they actually never aim for this upper plate, surprisingly. And not very many people shoot this bottom plate either, which goes right through as well. A lot of people just aim for the cheeks because they know it's thinner. Because nobody wants to aim for these heavy thickened parts, and it's like, it doesn't help a lot because the mouse has thinner cheek plates to the left and the right of the gun. It's so much thinner up here than it is on the hull. Which kind of makes you wonder why Germany designed that backwards, but in all honesty and to be completely fair, the mouse never really went up against heavy tanks. Like, it was not designed to go up against super heavy tanks. You know, you weren't going to see a lot of these specific tanks, like this STR-V81 or so, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it has this ammo. I'm pretty sure this is not World War II. Same goes for the Centurion Mark III. I'm pretty sure that's not from World War II either. I could be wrong, but it doesn't feel like it is. They don't feel like they are at all. Okay, goes the same with Russia. You know, Russian tanks got up to IS-3. T-54 was after World War II. The T-44-100, if you look at its ammo, its ammo wouldn't have gone through the front of any portion of the mouse, especially the angled parts. So it's just, you know, when you consider that this does not belong at its BR, I mean, really, it shouldn't even be. I feel like it's supposed to be more like a 6L. And I know that sounds weird considering the Flak Panzer's a 6.3 and the Tigers are 6.7s, but it's like, me personally, I don't think the Tigers belong at 6.7 either. They should not be going in a competitive match against BMPs. They really shouldn't. But unfortunately, they are. Alright, now that my rant's out of the way, I guess we can end the video here. Not sure what I'm going to do next. Out of the 4 subscribers and potentially new people who watch the video. Feel free to leave a comment about what might be next. What you would like to see next, I guess. If you leave a suggestion and it's a tank that I don't have yet, or if it's one that's, you know, for example, at like rank 6, I pretty much have no rank 6 tanks. Besides the US, so I have one working on. But pretty much all of my stuff is rank 5 or pretty much lower. There's this Swede, but that's a different story, in all honesty. That TML was not donated, but gifted to me by a good friend of mine who plays this with me. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for today. I guess like and subscribe, as YouTubers say, I think. I mean, that's pretty much what I hear in almost every YouTuber video across the board. Alright. Well, have a good one, and see you next time.